Hi, I'm Lucy Church, and I am the Education Program Coordinator for the Colorado Agriculture in the Classroom program. And I am here today to welcome you to the 2023 Colorado Literacy Project, featuring this lovely book by the author Rachel Gable and illustrated by Liz Bandman Munster-Tiger. This book is called The Woolly Way, Papu, and the Story of Lantern Ridge. And it is a lovely generational story that talks about sheep and forests. So we kind of merged the two, and that's the topic for the 2023 Colorado Literacy Project. You are likely watching this because you are interested in or have decided to be a volunteer guest reader for this program, which means that you are agreeing to connect with a local classroom or teacher. You will go in and read this book and also talk to them about agriculture and how you are tied to it, as well as some of the sheep and forest stuff that's within the book. When you sign up to be a guest reader, I will be sending you this book and kit. And by kit, I mean lots of papers. So I just want to highlight a few of the things that are in here for you real quick so that you know what is coming your way. One is a post survey. We just want to get your feedback on how everything went, so just fill it out, drop it in the mail, or access the link on the connection email that I send to you and the teacher involved. Then there's a program guide that gives you all the goodies, all the nitty-gritty for everything involved with this project. I'll highlight a couple items in a moment. Then we have all the activities that we're also sending to the teachers. Our hope is that you might be able to work it out with the teacher where you could complete one or more of these activities in the classroom in addition to reading the book out loud. But that's totally up to you and the teacher and the time frame that is there. You can expect that this book will the visit will be, probably 40 to 50 minutes to complete, maybe a little more if you add on an activity, and maybe a little less if it's just the book. You can obviously adjust it to whatever the teacher needs it to be. So, in the program guide, there's lots of information in here. However, the ones I want to highlight for you start right here with the QR code. This is where you can access all of our documents online. That's all the activities, including the Google Slides of the actual book. And this video, there will be a video of the author reading the book aloud, and also a Q&A with the author, and whatever else you might need will be found right there. Then let's see. If you have any questions or need anything, you can contact me at lucy@growingyourfuture.com. Lucy, Lucee, at growingyourfuture.com, because it's important to be unique. Let's see what else. Scheduling, it's a responsibility of you and the teacher to schedule. We won't be doing the scheduling for you, but we do connect you with contact information for each other. We have listed a bunch of background agricultural connections for both sheep and forests and public lands, so that you have some information to give students. As far as completing the classroom reading experience goes, there's a few different suggestions that are listed here, but I'll briefly talk to you about them. One is the Google slide presentation. This is helpful for a number of reasons. One, it just blows the book up to a nice big presentation that the teachers can display project while you're reading, so that students can see the pictures and the details a lot more clearly. They can also follow along while you're reading, which helps with the engagement level. When you go to read, make sure that you introduce yourself, talk about your local connection to agriculture, what you do, and how it benefits your community. And then you can also, if you feel like it, bring in some pictures or artifacts from your own farm that you want to share with the kids to help make connections there. Then, as you're about to start reading the book, you can introduce the book. And there's a nice, lovely introduction inside this program guide on the back side. And in addition to the introduction of the book, it's probably also helpful to go over the vocabulary, which is in one of the Google Slides before the book starts. Having the background information for the students is helpful for them to better understand the book and stay more engaged as you're reading the book. When you read the book, make sure that you're taking your time, that you're highlighting the cool things in the book, all the cool pictures, maybe highlight some vocabulary. Feel free to ask some check for understanding questions as you go. It's a beautiful book, and there's a lot to be talked about. And with the lower grade levels, like the kindergarten, first grade, second grade levels, you might need to slow down just a bit more for them, and just help them to make sure they're understanding what the story is telling them. And after you're done reading the book, we have a series of questions that you can ask the students listed in your program guide that talk about check for understanding. So what did you wonder about the book? What did you notice? What do you still wonder about sheep or forests or public lands? One of the important things we want to note is the tree carvings. You can ask them if they've ever seen a tree carving. You can also explain that although archaeologists like to use the tree carvings from the history to develop an understanding of the people that lived there and how the land was used, it is now illegal to do your own aspen carvings on national forests and grasslands. Activities. If you've worked it out with the teacher, feel free to complete one of the activities included, or more, with the students. Quick, brief overview of each activity. One is a creative contest about why are Colorado public lands important, and students have a little bit of freedom of how they do that, whether it's a picture, a poem, or an opinion writing. Then we have Woolly Census, which you can use these wool samples that are provided to each classroom. Teachers are receiving these in their kits. For students to compare and contrast the difference between scoured wool and carded wool. And also talking about wool, we have the Woolly Way vocabulary crossword, using all the vocabulary words from the book. And then we have Woolly Uses, which highlights the unique uses of sheep. And then the final activity in our list is the tree cookie activity, provided by the National Forest. Each teacher in their kits, classroom kits, are receiving one tree cookie for themselves plus one for every 4 students. So students will have to complete this activity in groups of 4. Basically, the whole premise of the activity is to learn how to read the lines of a tree and understand that tree's life story based on the rings. I think I said lines, I meant the rings of the tree. Some of the samples are really beautifully clean, easy to see the rings. Some are super rough, and so for that we have included sandpaper so that students can kind of clean off some of the saw markings and get to the actual rings themselves. So those are all your possibilities. We so appreciate all the help that you are providing by volunteering to go into your local classrooms. And we hope that this is a beneficial experience for you and for the kids. Please reach out if you do need any assistance. I am happy to help you. And again, my email is Lucy, Lucee, @growingyourfuture.com. Thanks so much.